Hi guys, so today is the 13th of June, it is Tuesday. I've just phoned the labour suite for my induction and they said that just to come up whenever I'm ready. So just getting the child ready, dropping her off at her nana's, dropping the dog off and heading up there. So I'm very excited but very nervous. Oh, I'm not obviously wearing any makeup because why would we? It's now 10:45. I finally got the first tablet in. I'm on the monitor for an hour and then we can just put her about the hospital and see what we want to do, right? So we've just got out of hospital and yeah, we had something to eat and we've had a little walk and we've just got to head back now to get checked. So yeah. Now nearly 4:15. I've been having some tightenings. They're not painful or anything, but they are definitely like Braxton Hicks. Slightly more painful than Braxton Hicks. Michael has broken the bed, so he's trying to fix it, and the midwife should be any minute. Took me up to the monitor for about half an hour, and then I'll probably get checked and then get another tablet update. Hospital food, yummy. So it's 6:30 now, I'm off the monitor and I'm getting a lot of tightenings. They're getting a bit painful, still not like contraction painful, but definitely getting there. So we shall see what happens. We're just heading for a Costa, aren't we? Yeah. It's now 7:10. I'm getting quite strong pains now. They're definitely getting painful. I don't know if they're contractions or they said that the tablets can cause like really strong period pains, so I don't know if it's that or if it's actual contractions, so we shall see. It's now 8:20 now. At 8 o'clock I got given dihydrochloride painkillers. I don't know if it's helped or not, might be too soon to tell, but my contractions are coming about every two minutes-ish. They're not lasting that long, but they're definitely making themselves known. So we'll just see what happens. So it's currently 10:10. My contractions have really died down now. We just had the doctor in to explain what the next kind of steps are going to be. So they're going to check me in about half an hour, check to see if they can break my waters. And I'll say if they can, then they'll leave me 2 hours and then start me on a drip if I've not started contracting again. Otherwise they'll just leave me until the morning, until 10:40 in the morning, and then check to see if they can break them then or put me on another tablet. So we shall see. What does he think he's doing? Good morning. It is the 14th of June. It's 7:30 in the morning. Yeah, well, just to update you a bit on what happened last night. So they tried to break my waters at 1 AM. I was only 1 centimetre dilated and they just couldn't get to it. So Mike was sent home just to have some sleep. I was still getting contractions. I woke up at about 5:30ish this morning and contractions have died down to just like little period pains now. They're nothing spectacular. I've just been on the monitor, everything seems fine with baby. I've lost my mucus plug again, so yeah, plan is to look at 10:30 in a few hours, check to see if they can break my waters. If not, I'm going to get another tablet, so that's the plan. So it's now 11:15. I got my third tablet in at 11 AM and I'll get checked in at about 5 o'clock to see how it's progressing. She didn't check how dilated it was, but she says that it's still quite far back, so who knows. I just have to stay on a monitor for an hour and Michael should be here soon as well. Actually looks okay-ish. Mike's got his sandwich. Just been moved to an actual like delivery room, so we've not got anyone else because someone moved in to our room like 20 minutes ago and they weren't very nice people, so they've moved us into our own room now, Yeah, they smelled. So yeah, we've got our own room, we've got a little bed, what the baby's gonna sleep in. Excited. So it's a bit later on. Not quite yet. At 8 o'clock, I got my waters broken. I was 2 centimetres then, and it's been about an hour and a half, and I've been definitely having some contractions, and I've already asked for the epidural, so I'm going to get that in about half an hour, and they're going to check me, see if I need the drip or not, and then we'll just go from there. So, yeah.
You edit it anyway.
Michael.
So I've got a baby. Was she £7? £7.3. And cheeky. Cheeky. Cheeky.
Yeah, so I don't even know when we last updated you. A lot happened, but the midwives basically stayed with us the whole time, so there's not really much to vlog. So obviously I got my waters broke at 8, started contracting a bit, but I was only at 2 centimetres when they checked me. So they put me on the drip at about 12, 1 o'clock. Was it 1 o'clock?
12.
I thought it was 1.
It was 12.
They did something at 12. They checked, no, they did something at 12. It wasn't that.
What's it on?
They put me on the drip at 1. No, it was 12.
It was 12.
It was 12. Off mic. And then at 3:30 they checked me again, and I was 6 centimetres. And then about 4:30, I said I need to push. I've got loads of like tightenings in my bum, and she was like, I was like, it's not going to be obviously fully dilated, but I've got this feeling that I need to push. And she checked, and that was fully dilated. And then she said to wait 2 hours, but she decided to as well. She was like, if you push, I can't tell you not to. So that's what happened.
Kicking your legs there. What's your name? What's your name? What time was she born? 5:36. On what day? The 15th of June. £7.3. 4. £7.3. And what's the name? I know the name. Do you know your name? Do you know your name? Yeah. Oh.
She is.
Oh, is she crying?
I'm coming around.
Yeah.
Still crying.
You're not crying.